Hi, this is Lily Cotilla. Welcome to Live In 4D. When it comes to what personality type you are, blue or orange, and the corresponding oxytocin level range, it affects how you are as a parent. Blue personality type parents with the higher oxytocin level are more in tune with the facial expressions and or tones of voice of their children with respect to various issues. Being attuned with them allows for a parent to see from that child's perspective the multiple angles of things that might be bothering that child. And therefore, he or she can check in with the child to see what's going on, how he's feeling, and brainstorm possible solutions. A child will feel connected and gotten by a parent when he or she connects with the individual in this way. An orange personality style parent, not due to any fault of his own, simply due to lower levels of oxytocin, is not able to be as in tune and cued in to what's going on with that child. For example, a parent might be making fun of a child in a cute way for something, not meaning to be malicious or anything, and perhaps the child becomes sensitive to that thing. Perhaps through the egocentric lens of a child, as he should be operating in, the world focused around me, takes the laughter and the joking of the cuteness that the parent is making fun of him for personally. For example, if a child rides a bike a certain way and his left foot is off the pedal and the dad is like, "Oh my gosh, that's so funny, you're riding your bike with one foot, don't you know how to use two?" or something like this. It's a kind of cute attempt at connecting. But if that child then internalizes that he doesn't have the skills to bike ride, and the orange personality parent isn't cued into his ego sensitivity and continues to tease and joke, then it can become a deeper psychological wound. So it's important for a parent to be in tune with facial expressions and tones and reactions of a child, such as to direct or redirect the interaction, as well as to educate the child and or reassure the child, "I'm not making fun of you. I was meaning it because it's so cute." And then at least it shows a different perspective of intention. If a child's expression and tone and response is not cued into by a parent, it's at these points in time where the internalized false belief becomes rooted early on in childhood, and then that child, as he grows, will go through life accumulating evidence as to why he's not good at bike riding or balancing or any athletics for that matter, because dad was laughing at him this one time when he was riding his bike with his right foot. Unbeknownst to him, dad was pretty charmed and perhaps even thought he was talented that he could ride a bike with one foot on, one foot off. So if you know what personality type you are as a parent, if you're in a relationship with mom or dad, you guys can balance each other out if one is orange and one is blue, or at least have an awareness of where the other is coming from. And perhaps blue might overfunction in terms of being too, in tune with and too connecting all the time and too, not giving the child any breathing room and space to be an individual. And whereas orange might be a little bit too distant and not able to see certain facial expressions or responses and the effects. So knowing your personality as a parent is an important tool to optimize the emotional and psychological development of your child. It's also important to know the child's personality type such that you can understand how he might be affected. For example, a blue personality child might be more sensitive and affected by the bike type of comment, coupled with the myths that he wasn't seen as being hurt and affected by it from the orange personality type parent. And the orange type of kid might not at all be as affected by this response of parent. So similarly, you can also think about these dynamics in terms of how people are similar to and or different from each other, or how parent-child bonds get affected differently depending on what personality type the parent and the child is.